Okay, I just want to say a few things. One, this one was directed by James Wan, not Justin Lin.
Nice. Conjuring Man.
Jimon, yeah, Aquaman.
Yeah, okay, fine. You know him for Aquaman. I know him for Conjuring. But anyway, yeah.
It also has Jimon Hansu. No, I was just adding to what you were saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No, it's
Jimon
not
Hansu,
Digimon, it's Jimon.
who just screams at, huh? Isn't it, is it Jimon or Jimon?
It's Digimon.
Not Digimon. It's either Jaimon or Jimon. I don't know.
I've heard it say Jimon. I've heard them say Jimon, but I say Jimon.
Yeah, I don't think people in this country call him Jaimon, but I could be wrong.
Okay, we'll stick with Jimon. Jimon Hansu.
We all just say, where is the diamond?
We need to call these people, guys, during our recordings. But anyway, there's Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I've got him on speed dial. Don't worry.
But
I'm saying Jimon Hansu is wasted in this movie. He is wasted.
Just like in any other movie, right?
Damn it.
Yeah.
Every time. What is it with this guy? Who is his agent?
Okay. And then there's Kurt Russell. There's Jason Statham. It had a budget of 190 million. It made 1.515 billion at the box office. By the way,
Jesus.
I think this is the movie that actually became the fastest grossing film in history, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, because I think in 6 days it made 1 billion, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, I remember even when these movies came out, I would always want to go and book to watch them, right? Always be sold out. From 5, 6, 7, whenever I wanted to go buy a ticket, they'll tell you it's sold out. You'd have to watch it like after 2-3 days or so.
Oh, yeah. And it was an amazing atmosphere. It was electric, eh? When people a packed theater is a unique experience. I think we undervalue how good it is.
Yep.
It's a whole other experience. This one and Endgame were some of the most magical experiences of my film-loving career, dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to read what it says here. The film was a box office success and it received positive reviews from critics for its action sequences and emotional tribute to Walker, with many considering it to be one of the best films in the franchise. It grossed over 1.5 billion worldwide, making it the third highest grossing film of 2015 and the fourth highest grossing film of all time at the time of its release. It also set a record for the second highest opening weekend of its time, grossing 397.6 million worldwide. It was the highest grossing film of 2015 internationally and became the highest grossing film of the franchise in the first 12 days of its theatrical release. Yeah. So 12 days, Baba.
Okay.
That's
like I wanted to say, all of these cars are bulletproof until they're not. Like, I feel like the car's powers are a little bit inconsistent in this one. Also, like, they get hit with an explosion and then the brakes don't work. And I'm like, I don't think cars work like that.
They really don't.
Is this the one where they call him Samoan Thor? Like where they go to like an auction?
I'm talking about when they're driving from building to building with the Burj Khalifas and everything, and Dom is just like, with the power of anger and concentration, I'm going to make this car fly between two towers. And I'm just like, when he says the brakes are out, and I'm like,
get out!
How?
How this works? And what's funny is, do you remember the trailer? Does anyone remember the trailer of this movie?
Yeah.
All of us who watch trailer like, this is ridiculous. Because we saw it go from one building to one building. None of us knew that in between there's another building. None of us knew there was a third building.
Yeah. Because he did this twice, right?
Yeah, dog.
Yes. In the trailer it's once, but in the actual movie it's like,
but also, guys, do you actually remember how the trailer was like? We saw that, right? But we also saw Paul Walker running from a bus that was about to, like, I don't know, fall from a cliff.
Fall off a cliff, yes.
And then he was getting out of that bus, and then as he was jumping, I think Letty caught him or something.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, and then she drifts him to the side. Like, these cars are practically judo masters. I believe these cars have black belts in like jiu-jitsu or something.
And we also saw these cars coming out of an airplane. So that trailer was insane, dog.
Let me tell you something. All these cars are actually Transformers. They just weren't given enough of a budget for them to actually transform. Like, okay, you know
Autobots.
what? You just get
Autobots, family, roll out.
And don't forget, what's so funny is for the Kung Fu fans, remember Tony Jaa shows up, and remember he was big at that time. And he was and that was in that car scene, in that bus scene, Tony Jaa just whooped his ass in the first place, and then he runs a thing and then jumps. Like, it's not just him running fresh and
Yeah, like
which movie was it? Am I confusing movies?
No,
There's a movie where
guys, come on, we can't do that because in Fast 5 and Fast 6, people are getting clocked in the face and punched with wrenches and things, and they walk it off like it's fine.
am I confusing characters now? Which movie was it where there's a lady, she had to jump off from one car from one highway to another, and
that's
six. That's 6.
Down catches her mid-air from what?
Talking about that.
Yeah, we spoke about that. That's 6. That was 6.
What kills me is I remember watching it with my cousin, and there's a line we like to say, right? Like Mashana TV or Mashana Machacha or something like that. At that moment, we went up 4 octaves because we started on Mashano RTV.
Munna, he drifted his car to give himself momentum. Nah, I don't understand. But anyway,
if you're watching this and you're not from South Africa, Mashano RTV basically means the liars from
the
TV.
television.
Direct translation.
Maka.
RTV. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Makama Chacha means Anglican lies. It came from my grandmother my grand aunt, I guess. She was Catholic. And whenever, because of that, in Lesotho, there's a big issue between the Catholics and the Anglicans, more or less. So, whenever something's a lie, they're like, Anglican lies.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Anyway,
wow.
Getting back to this movie. Yeah, we like also they do the relay race with Ramsey, and like that also was like crazy to me because I'm like, first off and foremost, let's talk about that bridge fight quick before we rate this thing. When Dom stomped on the bridge, I was like, so you're the Hulk now?
Yeah, they had like 2. There's like 2 villains in this one, right? There's 2 villains in this movie, right?
Yes.
Or 3.
Yeah, one and a half.
It's Jimon.
Digimon is a half villain. He shows up like a couple in
It's Jason. And then who's the other one?
Well, okay, no. Tony Jaa is a henchman. So yeah, it's Digimon and it's Jason. Yeah. Okay. Digimon is trying to get the I think so remember
God's Eye.
He's trying to get the corks, the thingamajiggy that they steal first, so then he has to go after them. Yeah. And then they do this lame thing where the story gets distracted. They go to the beach for no reason to go fetch Ramsey or something like that. Yeah. And then the pacing here is probably one of the worst of all the movies. Besides,
it's all over the place, man. It's like they didn't know what to do because initially the reason we wanted to watch this was because of Jason Statham. That's why we wanted to watch it.
Yes.
Then they introduced a new character, Mr. Nobody, by Kurt Russell, and now he's hiring them because he has more power than all. And it just goes wayward.
And they write The Rock out of it by giving him an opening scene, and they leave him out until the end. And then there's like
it's because he was shooting. He was shooting Hercules at the time. So once he was done with Hercules, he took
some of the Hercules strength and he put it in this movie.
Yeah,
because dog, how did he break his cast apart?
Dude, just
Diesel's
like this.
in trouble.
My boyfriend my lover is in trouble. I must rescue him.
And then he picks up the machine gun with the broken arm and fires.
I am the Calvary. No, you're not.
And fires a machine gun. Mind you, they can't guys. Why do we pick on stormtroopers? I feel like we pick on stormtroopers. We're not fair to stormtroopers. I feel like there needs to be like a PSA. Stormtroopers just need to come out and they just need to be like, you guys always talk about us. You never talk about any of these henchmen. because they are at an elevated position. The rock is not moving, and at some point the bullets are circling the rock.
And they miss.
Like the bullets are flying towards the rock, and they're like, "Oh snap, that's the rock! Move around."
All the bullets fell in love with his Riz. Like, oh, he's so handsome. No.
What I didn't understand is, okay, we saved Ramsey, but then she's still part of like now she joins them. Like, is this Dragon Ball Z? Are you a Z fighter now?
Like, no, Dom belongs to the Pokemon crew. Once he catches you,
you're done.
You gotta catch them all.
In number 10, they actually reference it. They're like, you keep, like, they low-key basically said, you've been talk no jutsuing everyone around you, and now I'm going to use it against you. In number 10, they basically say that. It's kind of funny, actually. It's like,
I think that's the like, at some point, there's too many members. Like, yo, I forgot about some of these people.
Like, who are you?
Like, those two Mexican dudes. Those two Mexican, Brazilian dudes. Those two Brazilian dudes, sorry. Those two Brazilian dudes in Fast and Furious, what was it, 4?
4 and 5,
and 5.
Yeah, I don't even remember who they are. Like,
because
they came
even in this one, they actually feature in this one. There's a point where Brian was in hiding, I think. And you could tell this is the only one mistake that they make in this movie. Because when he was with Mia and that other one of the Brazilian guys, the one that speaks English, they show Brian with a different haircut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
did not notice.
Yeah. If you look at it, you'll see that you can tell that's a scene from an old movie. Because that's what they did. They'll cut certain clips from old footage and then they'll splice it in.
Make it work, no, they have to. Makes sense.
But yeah, no. Shout out to Paul Walker. I feel like he was a lot of the. I mean, he wasn't like the heart of these movies, but like him and Dom's.
No, he was though. I think he was. He was definitely the heart. If Dom is Tony, then Brian is Cap.
I guess so.
I would say he's the Flash in the Justice League.
Oh, wow. The heart, basically.
I would say so, like, because the thing is, a lot of fun things happen that aren't stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, also, like, the thing is, I think Paul Walker was really a team player as an actor because he never, like, fought for scenes where he gets to be invincible. Because Brian gets his ass kicked in a lot of fights.
And at this point, remember, Vin Diesel's ego had hit the highest point at this point. To the
point
he
was the producer from the fourth one, dog. So he's basically his boss now.
Yeah, exactly.
I own you.
Not just in the story, but in real life. I'm your boss, chief.
Meanwhile, they're like, but Paul Walker didn't really give a shit. He was like, no, man, we're having fun. We're doing this. And that's amazing.
I own you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm saying, like, he also let his character get his ass kicked. Like,
yes,
like Brian would he'd have martial arts, yes. Yeah. But when he fought Tony Jaa put the knees and the elbows on Brian.
Even Tony told him slow.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I 100% agree.
So yeah, this one I think. I mean, also it was like a very tasteful exit.
Yeah.
Pay attention, Wakanda Forever. But,
this is still happening.
The only time this is gonna stop is if they actually recast T'Challa. I'm telling you.
It will never end until they say we are making.
I will never let it go.
Disney's gonna literally say, "We heard you, Buckmeister." Here's a new movie. We're gonna release.
I feel like they're gonna create a new villain for sure and call him Buckmeister.
Yes.
They're gonna get what's his name, Ray Sugar. What's that guy's name from the one who plays Cyborg?
Oh, Ray Fisher.
Ray Fisher.
There we go. Yeah, they're gonna get him, and then they're gonna put him there, and then you'll be happy, buddy.
And force him to speak Xhosa.
Hey, I want Bonko Koza. I want the guy from Heart of the Hunter, gents. When we talking about Fast and Furious, there's some Fast and Furious in there.
You know?
Yeah, no. Once we come down, after we stop being furious, we'll go to Heart of the Hunter. Don't know.
But anyway, yeah, getting back to this, yeah, I'll give this a 7. Just a quick question. Okay, I'll let you guys get your ratings off because this is gonna be the last one, and then I'll ask my question.
Okay, cool.
But I'll give this one a 7.
Alrighty.
So you give 6 a 6 and you give 7 a 7. That's interesting.
8 is not gonna get an 8. Trust me.
Ooh.
No. Like I said, 5, 6, 7 for me. 8 dwindles a bit.
I can't give honestly the best. Oh, is this? Wait. Remind me. Was there also a ridiculous fight with this where the one woman fights against an MMA fighter?
Yes.
Ronda Rousey, yes.
Fights Ronda Rousey this time.
Like,
she fights every MMA
I
fight
like,
that's out there.
I like this movie. They're like, no, I'm don't worry, I'm a mechanic. I was saying like mechanic against an MMA fighter. I remember there was somebody like how this movie should have ended, and they just showed her. She turns her attack, and then Ronda just pins her down and.
Look, I'm telling you, when we get to Fast 8 and Fast 9, even the hacker has hands. Ramsey has not punched anybody in her life, and all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So that like
which 9 is where she's driving, right? Not 8. Oh, yes.
Are we gonna get to those wounds, or are we gonna see?
No, we're gonna cap it off here. I think.
Hands in this one, if I remember correctly. In number 7.
No, that's Ludacris. I don't think that's Ramsey.
Yeah, like Ludacris was a dude who just used to hack things, and he was a guy.
He's a mechanic, and then he became a tech guy. And then
now he's a
fighter. Now Bra is like a black belt in Krav Maga because all of a sudden he's like, "Hey dog, whoa, relax." I'm like, "When did you learn this?"
Let me tell you something.
What the hell?
No, you know what? I figured it out. No, I figured it out. Everybody here is a member of the Uchiha clan. That's how it works. They've all got Sharingan. They all just watched. They all just copied the movements of their enemies, and of like they've been watching like YouTube videos with Sharingan on, and they all have mastered hand-to-hand combatants via Sharingan. That's how it. That's the only explanation.
I like your explanation because mine is even worse. Because I was thinking. All these other characters are all Dom's Pokemon. It's just the Ludacris reached level 7.
No.
You know what it is?
They've got Dom cells. I figured it out. You know Hashirama cells? Everybody's been implanted with Dom cells. There we go.
I'm not gonna say it. No, develop. No. It's a PG show. It's a PG show.
Sure.
What's the score, man? What's the score?
I'm fighting my demons. Give me a moment.
You score it then, Mr. While you demons.
That was close. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, look, I can't score it higher than the original.
Okay.
I might give it a 6.
All right.
I might give it a 6. I think that's where I might go.
Exploded?
Oh, jeez, it's an 8 still.
Right, and I agree with you. That's also an 8.
Yeah.
All right, so just a quick one before we close it out. Do you think they should recast Brian for the last one?
Yes.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Recast Brian, recast each other.
I think they have to. And
No,
you know why? I'll tell you why.
No. They should not cast Brian. They should bring the child.
Brian.
But they have to explain why.
Brian.
Have to explain.
No, they don't. Because if we get to these other movies, they don't explain anything.
Yes.
Let's be real.
It's getting weird now. It's getting
No,
weird.
it's
how long
weird.
have you been babysitting your child, bruh?
Let's look. Fast and Furious 9. Guys, Fast and Furious 9. Han exploded. Okay? He exploded. Like he was dead. There was no escape.
You saw 10, right?
No, this is 9. He comes back in 9. And then 9 he walks through. Like Roman is trying to ask him, bro, how did you come back from the dead? Roman is asking him point blank. And then he's just like, no, Mr. Nobody came in with some fancy magic. And it's like, no, unless he had a teleporter that he attached to you.
No.
And also, like, how did Mr. Nobody know that Han was gonna have an accident at that point? Like at that moment?
Nah. They don't explain anything. Letty, she was shot until he shot the car and then it exploded and then she had amnesia.
Did you watch 10,
Giselle.
dog? Yeah, Giselle comes in 10.
She's
like all of a
back.
sudden. Yeah,
She's back.
it's submarine. Like, wait, we saw you fall and 6. Like, you fell on the road, dog. Like, how did you survive from that?
I refuse to die.
I got better.
Yeah. No.
Also, you pretended to be dead and then Han thought you were dead. Okay, you guys deserve each other because you both pretended to be dead.
I mean, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Shaw himself, he was buried under rubble and concrete from Dom. And then Jiggy, he's back the next movie and he's on the team.
He punched through the rubble like Spider-Man.
I'm telling you, they don't need to explain anything. If they just bring him back, everybody will just accept it to the face.
It's enough.
Yeah.
Jiggy Vince is still alive.
Oh, go on, I'm fair too. He didn't die. The bullets, he'll have a Wolverine healing factor. The bullets will just start popping out of his stomach.
The only person that died from Dom's team is the guy that was killed coloning in the first one.
No, he'll come back. If they remember him, he'll come back also. It'd be like, no, Dom, it missed my carotid artery. The bullets jiggered my heart or whatever.
Yeah, we'll just hear the theme
now I'm back to help
White
you with
people
one
have
last
one
drum.
life in the Fast and the Furious movies. They got one life.
Yes.
No, they don't, because Gal Gadot, right?
Also,
back.
Vince is white,
She's
isn't
not-
he?
Huh?
Oh yeah, you're right. The white people, Vince is white. You're right. He died. He never came back.
I don't believe it. They kept telling us that Letty was dead, and somehow.
But she's like Spanish, right?
Yeah, she's Latino.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
yeah,
it, right?
but I'm just saying. I think they can just bring, like, they can use one of his brothers, and they can just bring the character back for the last one.
Yeah, I think there were rumors that they were gonna do that actually. Bring one of his brothers to actually act out Brian's parts.
No, because the other thing is, like, the movies keep using Mia on top of that, and it's just like, that's why it's weird. Like, if they took Mia,
Jordana also said that there's no reason for her not to come back. That's what she said. That's how she came back.
Saying, like, the thing is,
she hasn't done anything in a long time. She wants
but I'm saying, like, that's the thing. First off, she's the one that's, like, pushing him to get out, right? That's her whole character, like, in 7.
Yes.
Oh, true.
And then also, the other thing is, it's just like, I don't see why they would make Brian a character where he'd be cool with his wife running off into danger when they've spent their whole relationship being like, you can't run off into danger. So that's why I'm just like, you need to recast Brian and have them just be there together, because now it looks weird. Because also, like, I think it's 9 or something, they have like a family brunch, and Jordana Brewster is there by herself with no child. And
isn't that the one where Brian comes out? Well, the car that Brian drives comes in, but we don't see him, and then it ends.
He's not there.
No, that, like, he comes late to the bride. Don't you remember?
Does he?
Yeah.
That might be 7. I'm not sure which one that one is.
No, at the end. The end, it's like.
Yeah, but then I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, Mr. Extraordinary, is like, they keep referencing the character, and I'm just saying, like, bro, just recast him and bring him back, because I'm just saying, it feels weird to see Mia by herself and no child and a bride, and like, he's always coming late.
Do you know who I always thought could be a good guy, someone who could actually replace Brian? And I thought about this a long time ago, like, just when I heard the news of Paul Walker dying. I actually thought they would actually play brothers in a movie. Let me share my screen quickly. Do you guys know this guy? Do you guys see my screen?
Oh, okay, you showed it. Okay.
Kevin Ball?
Well, Kevin Ball is the character from Shameless. It's a character from Shameless. But this guy, for me, actually, maybe let me show you this. I always thought that he could have been a good replacement for...
I think if they just get one of his brothers, I think his brothers would probably be a better fit.
I just don't know about the brothers' acting chops.
Yeah,
I genuinely think, especially when he was younger, this guy.
Acting chops fast.
Because I'm saying, I'm just saying, like, Do you need to be really good in a Fast and Furious movie as an actor? Because I can tell you right now, nobody in there is really trying.
Yeah, no, I hear you guys, but this guy for me, I think he.
Well,
Yeah, he
anyway,
could
I
have
mean, I'm not
really
saying they need to pick somebody that I want. I'm just saying I feel like it's weird to watch Mia keep showing up in the movies and like Brian is taking care of the children.
Yep.
And it's like, this is so Brian is just letting you now he's gonna be on the phone to you like you have to come home to us. You have to get out of the life. Is that what Brian's gonna do now?
Yeah.
It's just anyway.
I agree with you. Like are you telling me that when like everybody knows that Brian's brother is back? Like, not Brian, man. Dom's brother is back. Brian didn't come and be like, "Yo, Dom, what? You have a brother?"
Yeah.
I never heard about.
No, that brother came out. That brother came out the ass. Like somebody was just like, brother. Oh no, you know what it was? He was in all the other movies, but we couldn't see him.
Yeah, he was Eisen.
Yeah, it's that whole Jason Momoa thing. Like Jason Momoa was in 5 all along, but we didn't see him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, word life. This is basic fastonomics.
Anyway, all right, guys, that's all right.
Well,
yeah, that's it.
That's our averages so far are Magnus has got a 5 average.
Please share your screen.
5.6. What?
Please share screen.
Oh, turn me off. Oh, okay, cool. 1 second.
That doesn't sound so good. What you just said right now doesn't sound good at all.
I like it.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Rob leads into the innuendos.
That's why I love him so much.
Anyway, okay, 5.6 for Tabella. It is a 6.4 for Bach, higher definitely, and then Mr. X is 7.3, and I am 7.3, but a little bit higher, so 7.35.
Wait,
So,
is that the aggregate of all these things?
Of the ones we've all reviewed, yes.
Bruh, is your maths that great that you can just like...
No, that's
the bottom corner, it auto counts.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see the auto count.
Hey, it's money well spent. I buy Microsoft full price.
Should have lied, Rob. You could have made yourself look like Tej when he starts explaining things.
You didn't have to say anything. We could have been like, yo, we need you in everything that we do now.
Yeah, all our future hype.
Because Ted will grab something. Ted will grab something, and now, like via osmosis, he'll be like, "This weighs about 90 kgs and can connect to the Wi-Fi, and then it has a Bluetooth speaker in the back." Bruh, wait, you just okay?
You say so?
No, I'm telling you now, Hobbs and Shaw and F8, 9, and 10 are about to bring my aggregate down.
Okay, because so far we're actually higher than IMDb, if you can believe it.
Who's the highest? Is it Buckmaster?
No, it's me. And then it's you, and then it's Buck, and then it's Tabello. In a straight line, actually.
What's your aggregate?
7.35. Yours is 7.33.
Ah.
You can see it at the bottom over there.
It's probably because of Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, and yeah, because of that gap over there, yeah. But yeah, and then Tabello just a disaster with 5.6. He's below the actual average of the IMDb. Like he hates it more than the rest of the world.
Even though there's so much coded representation.
Like I said, it's the most hetero. It's the most.
No, it's like the 300 syndrome. You know, like when you look at 300, like 300 is so macho that it's gay.
Yeah.
Someone like Meet the Spartans, clearly.
I'm just saying, like, even what's his face, Xerxes. If you look at Xerxes, the way he's standing, bro, it's like, all right, okay. I guess you're trying to raise up Leonidas. Like, you trying to show him that arch, what that arch in your back do? Like,
hey. I'm so glad
guys,
I'm not the only one who saw that.
I think we can shut it down.